I have a super mom. She has a nickname called the Weather Bureau. The reason is you don't have to think about what you wear the following day. She's already worked it out for you. My friend Xiaopeng, the two of us will go to school together since we are young. At that time, he had put on this white t-shirt, and I had started to put on a polo jacket, even fatter than him. He will be standing there in that hallway and waiting for me, and he will be like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? It will be a shame to dress like that." Then I can only tell him, "Sorry, you are still young. You don't understand. There is a kind of code in this world called your mother feel code. This is my mother." Later, I went to the university. The university classmates gave her a nickname called the unseasoning and killing code. Why? I want to ask you, how often did you keep in touch with your family? Is that okay with you once a day? Can you accept it? You are shaking your head. 3 times a day? No, definitely not. My mother once broke my record for making 9 phone calls a day. Every call's content is about where are you? Have you eaten yet? Did you go home? Remember to wear long johns. This is her. But in separate of this, our relationship was harmless, and there was never any particular conflict. So my friend will say, "Look, how happy you are, Xiaoqi. Your family has a house and a field, and endless of joy in your life." Yeah, that's my friend Xiaoqiu. She grew up fighting with her father to solve problems. A girl. The result of one of her big battles was that she still had a bomb fragment from that time in her bridge of her nose. My another friend will also say, "Look, how good you are. Your mother will bring food for you every day. It's a royal treatment." Yes, that this is my friend Xiao A. She and her father's meeting times. The first time is short hair. She has the long hair to the waist at the second time. The most poignant reason is that when her father sent her away, he would say, "Take care." Biological father. Yes, I had a good father, a very good father, who believed raise daughter in rich. What's up, girls? Are you happy to hear that? What does it mean to raise in rich? I have a sister who is 9 years older than me. She has been learning dancing and singing since she was a child. By the time she was 12, she has seemingly traveled all over the world, and she also had an excellent husband. At that time in the 1990s, she would take the initiative to buy my mother a more than 2,000 yuan of that anti-fuel count, particularly fashionable. My mom still say every day, "Look, how much your dad loves me. He'll be love me too." Should, maybe, probably, perhaps. And the reason for that is because when I was 3.5 years old, my dad passed away. I can't remember whether it was lung cancer or stomach cancer. I can only secretly put his picture and then take it into the kitchen, secretly look, what's wrong with this man? Come and go. Where is he? Did I do something wrong? Do you know that the gap and deficiency you have brought to me will not be filled by any amount of reading and effort I made in the later future time? So when every time my friend says to me, "What do you think?" I quarrel with my dad again, and she does this again every day. I really want to interrupt them. I really want to ask, "Can you tell me that what's the feeling you talk back to your dad and when you argue with your father?" Or can you tell me What was the feeling that one day after school you suddenly found that a huge tall, huge figure that to pick up you? Or can you describe to me what it was like to have those huge hands holding you? If it's not work, if it's not work, you tell me, how does it feel to call daddy? I'm standing up here and opening up a restricted zone in my heart. I'm not going to tell you how miserable I am and say something I've never said before in front of a group of people. On the contrary, I'm not miserable at all. I'm just trying to disclose a vial from your heart. I want to tell you, no matter what happened to our king's folk, what they did, you still can't stop loving them. Because you found this love is instinctive. It transcends life and death. In fact, life sometimes is very well meaning. If it could, it will tell you, hey babe, you know what? All the torture I put on you is to show you that you can be better. You should realize that it's never the thing itself that hurts you, but it's the way you think about them. Even though this handsome man was gone, she's still here. Because of my mother's 9 phone calls every day, half of them were calling for him. Just as I was able to accept my mother's unbridled love, and I will give her the missing love of fathers. My friends, you should know that there are the only people in the world who still say, watch the cars when you cross the road. She's the only person in this world who still tell you to remember to eat, to drink. He also the only person in this world who think you look good in long johns, and that's them. The lives are long, but the time we can get along with him is too short. Please to understand him. And finally, I want to ask you to detect. Only have love is not enough. Things we must be aware of his wound, his pain, his forbiddance, and his sensitivity. Please tolerate him, forgive him, as you do now. I'm still grateful to this incredible handsome man for coming into my life and giving me the strength of love to pass on to more people. Finally, I want to share with you, every time I see my mother's living figure after she gave me a meal, I will think of one of the sentences in Long Tai's Watching. The so-called father and the son, mother and daughter, just means that you and his fate is this present life, constantly watching his back, gradually far away. As you stand at the end of the path, watching him disappear around the bend of the path, he tells you slightly by his figure that there is no need to chase.